Hi everyone. I have my main build for gaming, video editing, and also sometimes for streaming. I stream regularly on Friday, so if you want, you can jump on Twitch and say hi. I will leave, by the way, the specs in the description down below. I have to say that this build is almost perfect, and all is working more than okay. But I wanted to split a little bit of all these activities. So I decided to build a Mini-ITX PC to use it as an all-rounder for streaming, also for some video editing on the side, and other minor activities, let me say. So for doing that, for doing this build, I choose the H1, the H1 from NZXT. Okay, the story of the H1 hasn't been the best one. As some of you might know, this case had in the past some fire issues due to the PCIe riser cable. One of the famous videos out there is the one from Gamers Nexus that they exposed this eventually this fire issue. NZXT admit that, and they changed the PCIe cable. I will link the full article in the description down below. And now this case, with this, let me say, small correction, in my opinion, is one of the most interesting cases out there for building a Mini-ITX PC. Okay, this is the box that comes in white and purple, the classic color from NZXT. You can choose between white and black. I choose the black one, even if the pictures is showing the white version, but mine is black, as shown here. So here are some specs. You can find it also here, and I will leave it in the description also. Okay, here there are some specs. I will zoom a little bit to check if we can grab them. Okay, here we go. So let's start with the dimensions. The width is 187 millimeters. The height is 387.7 millimeters. The depth is 187.6 millimeters. So the total weight is 6 kilos and a half. The motherboard support is a Mini-ITX. We have the front I/O ports, which is one USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C, one USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A, and the audio jack also. As we can see here, the included components are one power unit of 650 watt, one all-in-one liquid cooler of 140 millimeters, and the famous PCIe Gen 3 cable, riser cable. So we have also the dimensions for the GPU here. The GPU clearance, which is maximum 305 millimeters, with 128 or 265, it depends, and 145. The thickness is maximum to 2 slots and a half. In my case, it's going to be more than okay, because in the future I'm going to use when I will get my hands on RTX 2060. So yeah, it's going to, in my case, it's going to be more than okay. What else we have here? We have the expansion slots, the drive bys, and the cooling support. Okay, the cooling support. And the warranty is 3 years warranty on the case and 3 years warranty on the power supply. Okay, I'm going to open the box now. Let's check what's inside. Okay, here is the power button. Here is the USB A port, the USB Type C, and the audio jack here, which is a composite jack, so you can use it even with a mic. Here is the glass. Okay, so we have the power supply here, cables. Also, we have to pull it out. We have all the cables here. Okay, the PCIe cables for the GPU, some SATA cables also. Okay, for removing the Xbox, we have to open here. Okay, so we have to pull also here in order to remove also this piece here on the back part.
One eternity later.
So we have to slide up all this, easy. From here, slide up and remove it. So we can take out the box here. Let's check what we have inside. Okay, these are the adapters for the cooler here. This is the AMD one. Let me take it out. This is for the AMD, and this is for the Intel motherboards. This one. I'm going to use an AMD motherboard anyway, so I'm going to use this one. And what we have here? Okay, screws. It's inside here. Okay, instruction. Okay. Okay, here's. Okay, there are some instructions here on how to connect everything. We don't need this. Power cable. And what else is here? Ah, the audio adapter here. This is nice, cool. Okay. Mic and headphones. What else is here? Oh, okay, the extension for the power cable there. This is nice. And other screws. Okay. Okay, let's go and check some details here. Okay, we have the power button here. Don't forget to turn this on, otherwise when you will install back the panel here, the back panel, let me show you. We're going to put back the panel here. You are not going to be able to turn on the power here, so you have to leave it on when you install everything. You have to remember to leave it on, otherwise the computer won't boot. This is the power supply of 650 watts. Here we have some pre-routed cables here. What else? The underneath part. Okay, this is the part when the motherboard goes. Of course, here we have the power when we have to connect the power cables, and all the cables are going to go underneath here. Okay, so in order to install the motherboard and the other components, we have to remove these two screws here. Here we go. This is the only one liquid cooler. This is the protection, and this is the part when the motherboard goes. This one, I'm going to remove the protection here. So when you have to close the fan here, you have to remember to open all the tubes like this, like so. Then close back the cover here and install back the two screws here. Okay, here we have some other cables. Let's go with audio cable for the front panel here. This is for the USB 3.2 Type A. What else we have here? Okay, this is if your motherboard have this kind of port. This is the USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C. Okay, the naming is the best here. So this is for the front panel, for the power button actually, which I really appreciated because it's so easy to make a single connector like this. So most of the cases out there, they have single pin connections. So here we have everything in one place. This is a nice thing from NZXT. Okay, this goes to the motherboard. It's the 24 pin, and here there are also, this is the 3 pin for the water block. So you have to connect it to your motherboard. Most of the motherboards have one dedicated header of the AIO pump, so you have to connect it over there. This one is a 3 pin. I don't know if the camera, yes. This is the 4 pin PWM for the fan, which is over here. This one. Okay, so this is the space where the motherboard goes. Mine, it didn't arrive yet, so I have to wait. But this is the space. It's a Mini-ITX here. Okay, this is the back part. Basically here goes the GPU, and we have the 2 slots here. And this is the famous PCIe cable. And that, from what I can see, this is a new version, and they have fixed all the issues that I have with the screws here. And also here seems to be everything okay with these 2 screws that were basically having the fire issues here. There are also the dust filters here. They are a magnetic one, so you can just remove it like so and clean them and put it back here also again. Parts here, also this one is the same.
Okay guys, this is it. I really like this case, and once I found it and was discounted about 200 euros, I just get it. I like the way they have pre-routed all the cables and optimized all the spaces. It has a cost, that's true, but it comes with a modular power supply of 650 watts, which is going to be more than okay in most of the cases with most of the graphic cards. In case you have a 3080 Ti and a 3090, you might consider something else because the power supply is not going to be enough, and probably you might have some problems with the space. So for me, especially if you find some good offers, you might consider get it if you want to build a Mini-ITX PC. A couple of things to keep in mind: the length and the width of your graphic card in order to install it inside the case. As I was saying, if you have a 3080 Ti and a 3090, you might consider something else because, in my opinion, it won't fit completely in the space dedicated for the GPU, for the graphic card. Another thing to keep in mind is that there is no space and even no place when to install some additional fans if you want to optimize the airflow. But for my use, I shouldn't reach anyway high temps, including also the fact that you can potentially undervolt the graphic card, and for the CPU, the all-in-one cooler will get you covered. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate that you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.